All right, guys, we've got all the ingredients that we need to make fresh Southern Peach Cobbler. Miss Julia had made this a couple of weeks ago, and it was absolutely fantastic. So I wanted some, and she happens to be in England the next 3 weeks. So if I want some, I've got to make it myself. So we'll go ahead and just attempt that. But this is the recipe: fresh Southern Peach Cobbler, 8 fresh peaches, 1/4 cup of white sugar, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon fresh lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, 1 cup all-purpose flour, and another 1/4 cup of brown sugar to be used in the process, as well as another 1/4 cup of white sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 6 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup boiling water, 3 tablespoons of white sugar, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. So just from the ingredients, you can tell it's going to be very scrumptious. So anyway, we're going to get started, and I guess first thing got to do is peel these peaches. I'm not really sure how good I am at peeling and slicing peaches, but I guess we're about to find out. Probably need some more room on this cutting board. And I think we'll just start with this knife and start going around and getting off the skin. These peaches we purchased from the peach truck. These happen to be South Carolina peaches. And oh, they look like they're just about right. They're perfect. So I'll peel these and slice them, and I'll put them in this blue bowl. And then we'll go from there. See what happens. Oh yeah, by the way, I did wash my hands last week, so I think we should be okay on that end. Big old stone. I'm going to cut off the little end there, the nub. And let's see, we'll probably slice it about like this. I guess these are about 1/4 inch slices. I think that'll be about right. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I know most of you know Miss Julia, and she is an excellent cook, although I really have to say chef, because man, she does a fantastic job, takes her time, goes through all the processes that she needs to, no matter what that might be, to make something absolutely delicious. So I guess she's really more of a gourmet cook or gourmet chef than anything. So keeping up with her is a little bit tough, but hey, I like cooking a little bit too. So I'm going to finish this one up, and then I'll go ahead and pause the video, and we will skip to the next part. But I do want to get this guy sliced up. Can't wait. Peaches look really good. Oh, man, these are wonderful. Okay, we're almost done with the peaches. get these all sliced up. I'll clean up a little bit of the mess here, and then we will move on to the next step. And there are several steps to this. This is not your average peach cobbler. You know, when you're using such sweet, juicy, fresh peaches, there's no sense in not taking your time and doing something special. So yeah, that's all the peaches. Got a big old bowl full here. And so now we'll get into the next step, guys. All right, we're going to take the peaches that we sliced and put them into a little larger bowl. Be sure to get all those out of there. And also I have pulled out a 2-quart baking pan, because once we mix what we're going to into the peaches, we're going to put those into this pan and bake in the oven at 425 for 10 minutes. And during that 10 minutes, we'll be making our cobbler part. So, okay, so to this, I need to add 1/4 cup of white sugar. I need to add 1/4 cup of brown sugar. There we go. 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. We'll just sprinkle that in like this. We will also add the 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. And we will add the lemon juice. Spread that around fairly evenly if we can. And we need to add the cornstarch. So we'll go ahead and get that in there now. There we go. And now we are going to toss and evenly coat and pour this mixture into the baking dish. So we just want to be sure that we get all this goodness, all this good stuff. Sugar and brown sugar and cinnamon and nutmeg and the lime juice to completely coat these wonderful peaches. Doesn't take very long. You just want to be sure that you can see all those ingredients on the peaches, and the juice from the peaches will also make it very easy to stick to those slices. All right, so that looks good. So now I'm going to take the 2-quart dish and put these in here into the baking dish. Wow. Lots of nice peaches. I actually had 1 extra peach, and a couple of these were fairly large. So, yeah, there's probably more peaches than you actually would need. But hey, when it comes to peach cobbler, I mean, how can you have too many peaches? All right. So as I said, we're going to put these into the preheated oven. I've got it on over there, 425, and we're going to do this for 10 minutes, and then we shall be back. Okay, so we've got the peaches in the oven at 425 for 10 minutes, and now we need to make the cobbler part. So we're going to put in the cup of all-purpose flour. Get that going in there good. And we are also going to combine 1/4 cup of white sugar that I have already measured in here. and another 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Kind of bust this up a little bit. Get that in there. Yum yum. And that's the baking powder. A little bit of baking powder we've got in there, pre-measured. And of course we got to have the salt to activate all that stuff. So we're going to get that in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some gloves because I've got to mix in the butter. I'd rather do it by hand. I kind of get a better feel for it getting to the right consistency. Whoops. Well, that's got to go. Let me get another glove. There we go. I could use a pastry blender, but like I said, I like to do it with my hands. You can kind of get a better feel for getting what you want as like a course meal. That's what you want it to feel like. So I'm going to cut this butter. Got the butter here, and I'm going to cut this into some smaller pieces just so it'll blend better. And this is 6 tablespoons. Yum. I don't guess anyone likes butter, just me. All right, we've got that, and now we're going to stir it up a little bit, combine it with my hands. And it'll take a little while for it to start to get that mealy texture to it, but you keep going at it. Usually takes, I don't know, I'm going to say 2 to 4 minutes. Okay, I think we've got it mixed up pretty well, and so as you can see, it does take on that texture of, you know, kind of like crumbs. Not too wet, not too dry, and you get the feel for it pretty easy, especially if you use your hands. So to this, we're going to add 1/4 cup of boiling water. I just did this in the microwave and got it a little bit hot, and we're just going to mix this up to a point to where it's just in thoroughly, but don't want to do it too long, if that makes any sense. Because we're going to make a mixture that we can spoon on top of the peaches that are just about ready to come out of the oven. Okay, I think that's about right. So we're going to spoon this over those peaches. All right, guys, I got the peaches out of the oven. I want to be sure to set them on something that's not going to mess up my marble, because that is hot. But hopefully you can see how the peaches have cooked. The juice is thickened up a little bit. It's brought out all that flavor. Looks really, really nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to spoon on some of the cobbler dough. And we'll try to get it, you know, not like it's like a topping or not right on top of it, covering the whole thing. But there will be little clumps, basically. And It'll look very nice. When it comes to serve it up, you can kind of use those to judge the sizes that you want. And this will flatten out some as well once we get it into the oven. Oh, I lost a little piece there. Okay, so I will spread this around a little bit. Just because I misjudged a little bit of what I wanted to cover. But I like it when that around the edge you got the peaches showing. And it'll look real nice. Okay. Okay, so I have my 3 tablespoons of white sugar, and I'm going to mix a teaspoon of cinnamon into the sugar, and I'm going to mix that up pretty good. Get a nice cinnamon sugar mixture, and then I'm just going to sprinkle that over the top. I know it sounds like a lot, but man, it's going to make it so crispy and good. It's going to be so good you're going to want to slap your mama. Okay? Now, I may not use all of this because I know it is quite a bit. But there we go. So that looks about right to me. And I want to be sure that you guys can see that. It's still pretty hot. So I want to be sure to put on my fireproof gloves so you can take a better look at it and see that. Nice? Okay. So we're going to slide this into the oven, still at the 425, and we're going to bake this for approximately 30 minutes. In usually about 15-20 minutes, I'm going to rotate it. Even though we're using a convection oven, I want to be sure to try to get the topping as even as possible. And then we'll kind of see how it goes from there. So we're going to slide it into the oven. All right, that is in the oven. And it looks like I've got a little bit of a mess here I've got to clean up. I'm going to try a trick that I learned in India, and I'm going to concentrate with all the power of my brain and snap my fingers and clap and hopefully be able to get this all cleaned up magically. Ready? Whoa, that worked better than normal. I'll definitely take that. Man, a little bit of cash. A little bit of, ooh, yes, Blue Moon, already poured. Oh man, that's so good. Ah, fantastic. Okay, we got just a few more minutes on that peach cobbler. So once that's done, we'll take a nice look at it. I think we ought to take a little look at this thing and just see how it's doing in here. Oh, nice. Top's getting nice, bubbling away. Look at those peaches in there. Oh, yes. So while we're waiting for that cobbler to bake in the oven, I say we listen to a little guitar. Yeah. Okay, time is up and it looks done to me. Man. Ta-da. Got my Mickey Mouse hands on. Yes. We're going to let this cool. And later on tonight, I think I'm going to make some chantilly cream to put that on top. I was thinking about getting some ice cream, which of course is always great if it's Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean. However, I think that I want to keep it a little bit lighter tonight because these peaches were extremely good and very sweet. And I think that chantilly cream will be the perfect complement to this. So thanks so much for watching. And try this out. I guarantee you that you will like it. As I said before, it's so good, you'll slap your mama. See you guys.